Oh, this is an interesting one. This could be a good conversation here.
Yeah.
This one, John Wangland. Isn't John Wangland the guy that's going to heat with us?
Yeah. Wrestling with reality.
He says it a legit question here. The subject is CM Punk calling AJ Styles a racist. Hey, Joe. Yes, my name is John. Oh, here we go. Yes, my name is John Wangland, but I'm not that John Wangland. That asshole has made my social media life a living hell with all the fugitives going on. So, no, I'm not the Russo stalker guy. You may know me from the YouTube comment section of Johnny the World Owner. I don't know what that is.
I never
What
saw
is
that.
that?
No.
Wait. You don't bring up references nobody knows and expect us to know.
That's his YouTube. Is its handle on the YouTube message?
So he must comment. Yeah, I don't recognize the name though. So
this is my first email to the show. So nervous. A few days ago on Twitter, CM Punk called out AJ Styles as a racist for not posting about the Black Lives Matter movement.
See,
when we just talking about
exactly,
that,
exactly.
I didn't know about this, but let me finish this.
Yeah.
I just want to state that I'm not 100%. That I am 100% a BLM supporter, and the racism in the U.S. has been out of control for way, way, way too long. But you don't need to post about BLM to prove that you're not a racist person. If anything, a lot of people post about BLM are not true believers and are doing it to bump up their social media following. In my opinion, for CM Punk to do this was total bullshit. He should know better than to say stuff like that online in this day and age. While AJ Styles maybe doesn't have the best reputation, he was very opening homophobic in the past. To call a guy a racist for not getting – he was an opening homophobic – why? Because he called me – he called – you know that AJ called me like a fag on TV one time.
Yeah, he said –
Are you homo? What did he call me?
Gav? Yeah, he said Gav in the ring and stuff.
Yeah, call me Gav. And then, but then that's like in the heat of the moment, two guys ready to fight. You know, that's not him like – So to call a guy a racist for not getting political online is just a step too far. I feel, yes, I'm a wrestling mark, but too many big marks turning to private harassers or cancel culture. I'm rambling, I know, guys, but what is your take on CM Punk calling AJ Styles a racist? Do you know if there's long-standing heat there, or if this is just another example of CM Punk being a turtle jerk-off? Love the show. Best YouTube channel going. I think, bro, Punk is a jerk-off. I mean, he's real high and mighty and stuff and everything, you know? You got no... You go calling out other guys for not that's
and real quick.
Like, F him.
Do you remember in about 2010 or so, Punk got called out and put on TMZ for yelling at a fan, "Nice faux hawk, you homo." So he's used. Right. You know what I mean? He's done the same thing.
Right.
And it's just funny because he just seems very difficult to work with. And this is how I kind of gauge it. I remember one time I was backstage in WWE, and he came up to me and he was like, "Hey man, do you remember me?" And I go, "Yeah, you used to be in Impact, CM Punk." I always remembered Punk because he had a Pepsi tattoo, which I thought was kind of cool and different. Remember he had like a Pepsi tattoo here or a Coke or some shit?
It's Pepsi, yeah.
Yeah. And he just had a different look, and he just kind of, for an underneath guy, he just carried himself different. So and we used to ride sometimes to the hotel. So now I think to myself, what would happen if I went up to CM Punk and like, "Yo, what's up, Punk?" Would he be dismissive? Because I'll give you an example of Goldberg. I remember with Goldberg, when he was gonna, remember he used to have hair?
Yeah.
So I remember one time he came up to me and he goes, "Hey man, out of respect, I want to ask you if I could shave my hair, and what do you think? Because Diamond Dallas Page says I shouldn't cut my hair." And I was like, "Bro, if you're already losing it, cut it. It looks cool." I go, "Look at Steve Austin. You know, I think it looks good on me. Go ahead and cut it." You know what I'm saying? And I remember when we were in Atlanta that day that he wrestled Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
I was really over at that time, and we were both negotiating, and we were in the same room, and he was like, "Man, fuck, I'm trying to get this money, and they're really making it hard." And I was like, "Bill, right now you can ask for the world, and they're gonna give it to you." He goes, "Yeah, man, you're about to really get paid too. You're really over." Okay, fast forward like a year or two later, and now Bill's this big star, and I remember going into his dressing room. And he was like, "Get out!" And Courageous was in there too. What was his name? Evan Courageous.
Evan, yeah.
He pushed Evan, and he told me to get the fuck out of his room.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, things really changed from him asking me permission if he could shave his hair, which I was cool about. I was like, yeah, I'm cool, to now telling me to get the fuck out of his room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got paranoid. He got real paranoid.
Yeah.
Working there. So that's,
Yeah, no. Now that I've seen him, he's real cool. And we all know, bro, that was a Shark Tank that we worked in.
Yeah. But I will say this. It's like, I mean, bro, you don't call. I just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty weak because he didn't want to put Black Lives Matter. Now you're going to publicly call him out.
Yeah,
you're drawing attention to yourself and trying to get heat on him. So that's not cool. You could have just texted him and said, hey, bro, what's up?
And this is all I tell people. If I don't post about Black Lives Matter, that does not mean I think Black lives don't matter.
Right.
I mean, like you're taking a leap of logic, stuff. It's like, come on. It's like, it's like it's very clear. Like my positions, I keep trying to tweet me stuff. I go, if you don't know my positions on things yet, you just don't listen. I'm not going to keep reiterating my position on things because the mob is calling for it. Like, so
right.
Well, the thing about Styles,
I agree with that 1,000%, bro.
AJ's a Southern conservative Christian, so that puts him in Punk's crosshairs because he's a very liberal atheist, right? So those two guys just aren't.
Yeah.
But I found something that I thought you guys would think was funny, and the Punk being the topic, maybe.
Go ahead.
What a mark! Go ahead.
Did you see that, Disco?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see the size of it? It isn't like a little normal picture. The motherfucker blew it up.
It's an eBay. He got it on eBay for sure.